progress that's being made. And today is yet another milestone as we shape our growing city's thriving downtown core.
Hi viewers, I'm Zia Bass with Buy Low and Sell High, and Bonnie is with us. What an excitement, what a day for all of us after a success for M1 and M2. Today we are launching M3 as we are speaking with John and Mark and with Mansour as well as an architect. So Bonnie, first of all, I would like to wish you good luck for your campaign. I've seen your re-election campaign, and I'm pretty hopeful you would win again in the city of Mississauga. You have done a lot in this city, amazingly well done. Your job is unbeatable. M3 is in Mississauga. As we know, it's $1.5 billion plus worth of a total project here in this city. How you can see it?
Oh, we are so proud. We are so pleased that the Rogers family has chosen Mississauga to place their $1.5 billion investment. We are working here to build a complete city, to build complete communities, to build a more livable, walkable downtown, and to have some really stellar, architecturally award-winning designs for our building. So we're very excited to see the new Mcity. The plans, the first two towers were incredible, and now that we've launched the M3, the third tower, equally breathtaking in design.
Even if you see the skyline of Mississauga Square 1 today, Mississauga downtown, it's an amazing skyline. And the way you mentioned 25 more buildings are on its way. So how you can foresee this downtown? I know it will be well in a competition with downtown Toronto.
Even better, I think. We are one of the most vibrant cities. We're the third largest in Ontario. Toronto, Ottawa, and Mississauga, sixth largest in Canada. And what we see, we have a plan, a vision for a livable, walkable downtown, an area where people can come to live, to build a business, invest, work, raise their families, walk around to shops and art galleries and cafes. It's going to be so beautiful, and we're well on our way with this beautiful new M3 development.
One thing I noticed in downtown Mississauga is the quality living.
That's right.
Right? What's good about Mississauga in all, why other investors or purchasers would leave other cities and come and live in Mississauga?
Because we're a city in demand. Everybody wants to be in Mississauga. We're a vibrant, dynamic, diverse, inclusive city. We have a highly trained, highly skilled workforce. We have over 90,000 businesses, 73 Fortune 500 companies, 1,400 multinationals. So of course, business wants to come here, residents want to locate close to where they work. So it's fantastic. It's a great combination. I think we are the ideal city, and we are building a great city. We have a vision to make it a more complete city.
Well, thank you very much, Bonnie. I'm pretty confident what you have done in this city, and good luck with your re-election. I know it's in October, and I'm pretty confident you can bring a lot of value to this city. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi viewers, I'm Zia Bass with Buy Low, Sell High program, and today is a really great day, a great excitement after a great success of M1, M2 and M3 media talk we just finished, and now I have a privilege to sit with John. John represents Rogers Real Estate Partners, and I have with Mark Reeve. Mark Reeve is a partner and represents Urban Capital Development, and we have sitting with Mansour as well from IBI Architects. When I've seen this building, which is M3, the fifth tallest building in the country, I was amazed by design, by architecture. And end of the day, we were talking among us just before this program, and I said, Mississauga is quite lucky to have this kind of skyscraper. Let's have a discussion with them, and there's a lots of thoughts and creativity behind this whole structure. Guys, thank you very much, and thank you for joining me, Buy Low and Sell High. I had an privilege to talk to both of you for M1 and M2, and both projects are now under construction. Congratulations in such a short period of time. Well, it's a relationship, let's take this way, and when it comes to you guys, we blindly proceed with the project because of the relationship, because we have seen in the past.
I think that's called clarity of vision.
Exactly, clarity of vision, and to be quite honest, the credit goes to you guys. What had been promised is already delivered, right? So that is very important, especially in today's date. It is very important to go along those lines. When M1, I remember, was launched, and the amount of interest we all seen was never seen in this city before. M2 followed by M1, and now we are M3. When I saw M3 structure, I said, wow, that is really creative. And guess what? This is not the last tower of Mcity. There are tremendous number of towers are following up. So where you guys are heading when it comes to Mcity?
Well, I think first of all, we set out to build a very, very special community, and I think that the architecture speaks volumes about what we're trying to do here. It's every building in its own right is going to be a very special building architecturally. M1 and M2 were originally intended to bookend the Marilyn Monroe buildings. Yeah. So from a skyline perspective, you'll see the Marilyn on the east side of downtown. You'll see Mcity 1 and 2 on the west side of downtown. And it'll come up and it'll kind of bookend the downtown. And we said to ourselves, well, now we want to move on to the third phase of Mcity. And we said, what a hard act to follow. So how we did it is we went out and did another architectural design competition, brought in 5 of the top architects from Canada. And we ended up with Mansour and the team from IBI to create what we think is a spectacular centerpiece building for the Mcity community.
No, definitely. You know what? I'm going to come to Mansour. Thank you very much. First of all, you are in my program for the very first time. It's an honor and privilege for me. What you have done here is amazing. And what IBI have done in the skyline of this city is there are tremendous amount of examples as well. Mississauga, downtown Mississauga, and this is structure. What you had in mind for the very first time. I know you have to work with your client to follow up certain guidelines and functionality, but being an architect, what you had in mind before you designed this structure?
Well, what I can tell you is right at the outset when Mark invited us to participate in this competition, we were very excited because obviously Urban Capital and the Rogers master plan, the whole reputation of the project and the aspiration of the project have been out there, and we understood what an opportunity this represented for us to really demonstrate the skill and talent of our team and produce an outstanding architectural expression. Clearly, it was a challenging context because you have the Marilyn Monroe Towers, which are quite iconic in downtown Mississauga. And then you have these wonderfully dynamic M1 and M2 towers. And how do you follow that?
Exactly.
And how do you do something that really stands on its own? And we came up with the idea of this very tall tower that plays on the idea of a twist, looking at, if you look at the site, it's got this kind of wedge shape to it. And it's very representative of 2 grids. There's one diagonal and one that's straight. And this twist, in a very subtle way, it addresses both these contexts in the city. And the height itself gives it a lot of elegance. And we came up with the idea of creating this stepped and sloped top that would make it very recognizable in the skyline. And as you can see in this facade here, we created an articulated facade with these sawtooth balconies and then dressed them with these black and white kind of stepped diagonals that run all the way up the tower, and they give it real scale, some texture, and great deal of visual interest. And that top completely complements that step pattern. And so you put it all together architecturally, and you get a a beautiful building with very elegant proportions and a very commanding presence in the skylines.
Exactly. No, thank you very much. John, I'll come back to you. Remember 2013 when we flew together to Calgary?
Yes.
Back then we were talking about this project, right? See the vision, 13 to almost 2016 or 17, that's when you guys turned back and launched this project. Usually the mindset of viewers when it comes to Rogers, amazing company in the world of communication. When we talk about real estate, this master plan is indeed amazing. I had never seen or hardly seen this kind of master plan in my whole career, right? So the confidence level, you guys come up with design, sold it quickly, start digging the ground, and further proceed to next. That itself means a lot to a lot of purchasers, a lot of investors. So Rogers' vision for this whole master community, how you are seeing it?
Well, Ted Rogers was an individual who always wanted to be first in the marketplace. That's how he built his business. The whole premise of his business was about introducing firsts all the time. So we kind of approached the development in the same way as a master plan, and we wanted to do something that was first for Mississauga and put Mississauga really front and center on the map.
Well, definitely this whole radius, my first sale in this radius was back in, I guess, 2006. Now we are in 2018, so 12 years, I've seen a tremendous difference in this radius. With these skyscrapers, with this master plan, definitely it is going into a very, very different level. But especially when you gang together with Urban Capital, right? It's one of those examples, right? 1 and 1 is 11, right? Not 2.
That's very good.
Yes, we are going, we built a tremendous relationship with Urban Capital. Together did amazing projects, completed the project, and all true end users, purchasers who live in those buildings are extremely happy and doing quite well. So once we're done, I know it's a 900 units, right? It's quite a lot of units we have to sell, and by end of October, that's when the plan is, the project has to be launched. And like M1 and M2, I'm pretty confident that the sale part would go smooth, and it will go quite fast as well. Lots and lots of people are waiting for this tower, for this opening. And anything you want to say, Mark, in terms of selling, in terms of giving confidence to viewers about M3?
Well, I think the proof is in what we've already done with M1 and M2. We're already digging massive holes for the garages of those two buildings, and a little more than a year later, we're well underway. I can assure you that with this building, we're very confident that it's the market's there to accept this building, and we're going to sell very quickly, like we did M1 and M2, and we will have this one under construction at this time next year. That's my belief.
Oh, that would be great.
Well, that's the plan. We've got to get him to do some working drawings for us.
Exactly. So thank you very much for all three of you. Again, it's a pleasure to be a part of this master plan. And I'm so comfortable and I'm so confident when I go to my own clients and introduce such an opportunity. I have a confidence that they are towards the right direction, towards the right purchase and right investment. Let's hope for the best to sell it as quick as possible, and you guys start the ground digging as soon as possible next year. Then we have to jump on M4.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching us. If you guys are interested to invest or buy in this particular project, I'm only one phone call away. Thank you and have a great day.